Hello! Hi friends, Elise Anmchara here for Anmchara Astrology. This is the full moon report. I'm doing the Sabian symbols for the full moon in Leo that took place on January 28th of 2020. What a year. I mean, no, 2021. What the fuck am I talking about? Boop. Full moon report, full moon in Leo. Thursday, January 28th of 2021. It is the last full moon of this lunar year, okay? Because the new moon in Aquarius happening on February 11th, or I guess the new year is on the 12th. Depends where you are. That's going to be in Aquarius. It really is signaling very much a change in consciousness, okay? Very much we are in Aquarius by the time we get to that new moon. So this full moon in Leo is really important because it also happens when we are like at the height of Mercury's shadow, and Mercury is in the opposite sign of Leo. It's in Aquarius. And what's really interesting is that, you know, full moons are about things coming to fruition, to like a culmination, to like a height, to a crescendo. And what's really interesting about this full moon in Leo is that Mercury has been in its shadow basically the entire time that it's been building up to this full moon. We've really had an opportunity, like Leo and Aquarius are both about inspiration. They're about the unique creative expression of the soul through the individual. And there's something about these past 2 weeks that, you know, leading up to the 28th of January, where while Mercury slows down, we get a chance to, because the communication and the forward movement of our thoughts and communication and whatnot is slowing down, we have more like time and space because like communication is like suspended. You may have experienced these moments or situations where things that you remember bringing you a lot of happiness from like your childhood, or like what you did when, you know, what actually made you happy kind of like bubbled up in your consciousness. And all of a sudden you may have, I hope you just, at least if you didn't start doing them again or pick them back up, or, you know, go to the store or find online someone who's, you know, still making that Sega Genesis game or whatever it is that made you happy or that brought you happiness, and that you at least wrote them down. Because Mercury goes retrograde January 30th, and we will have all of this time to backtrack over what it is that we, you know, the communications that we had, the ideas, the thoughts that we had, the places that we were been, how the condition of our immediate environment and the people in our immediate environment. And since, you know, the past few weeks, or since, gosh, I don't even remember how long Mercury's been in Aquarius, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, we're gonna have an opportunity to back over and re-examine those things and see, is there something more to that memory, that thought, that like, oh, I used to do this when I was little. Why don't I just do more of that? So something I used to do when I was little all the time, like it was the only thing that brought me true happiness, you know, was I would roll up the carpet and I would turn music on and I would dance, and I would sometimes have MTV on and be dancing and singing to all the music videos, and like that's just like all I want to do. I love that. Like I love music and I loved music videos. I was so shaped by them, and I just like love to dance and to express myself in that way. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that exactly. I have some ideas. I've written some stuff. You know, I haven't performed on TikTok yet, but who knows? That might be in the future. So watch out now. It's actually Jouez, Jouez on TikTok. So if you want to check me out there, I have no videos, but coming soon. I don't know if they're gonna be, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Point is, this full moon actually, while full moons, show a culmination of something, I think that this past 2 weeks, we had an inspiration of something. I used to be really good at that, or that used to bring me a lot of joy. How can I reinstate that in my life? So in the 2 weeks while the moon wanes and it goes into its into the dark phase before the Lunar New Year with the new moon in Aquarius on February 11th or 12th, depending on where you are, we will have a way to intellectually re-examine those ideas and thoughts that came into our mind, and we will have a building, even though it's a waning period, we'll have an idea of what kind of intentions that we are meant to set in this new Aquarian new moon, and in this new lunar year, and in this new phase of human consciousness, which is we all have something that we are very individually passionate about that feels natural in the way that we express ourselves. It might be the medium through which we feel most easy, to communicate our truth. The thing that we enjoy doing the most for ourselves, we would do it with no one around, and yet we find that other people really vibe from it, that they get inspiration from it. So whatever those things were that came up for you leading up to this full moon in Leo on January 28th are things that you should really be re-examining and integrating into your intentions with that new moon on February 11th and 12th. And who knows what that can bring throughout this new year. So I'm going to do the karmic condition of this full moon in Leo. The karmic condition is the energy that brought us to this place in time. And then the focus is the next Sabian symbol, and that teaches us the lesson or the focus of this full moon. So the karmic condition is Leo 9. The symbol itself, the vision, the visual that Elsie Wheeler, mystic, medium, gave to us, or saw, or interpreted, intuited, channeled when she meditated on this degree of the zodiac where the full moon took place, is glass blowers shape beautiful forms with controlled breathing. That's like such a beautiful image. Also, I know a lot of glass blowers, and for one, breath is like that what connects the spiritual and the physical. That's why when you sing, it's like literally bringing in inspiration and having spirit resonate through the physical vessel and go back up into the cosmos. That's part of the reason why there's that saying, he who sings prays twice, because you're taking the breath that was given to you from the divine, you're processing it through your physical vessel, and then you're sending that note that is unique to you back out into the universe for other people to hear, for other people to feel. So this symbol is really about becoming aware and mastering, acknowledging that which you bring, that which you breathe life into. And the more focused and understanding of not only that inherent gift, that ability to do that, the more focused you are with your intention and what it is that you are capable or wanting, desiring to breathe life into, to create, the more able you are to do it, or the more able you are to utilize your tools, or your tool, your vessel, and your spiritual, your spirit to bring into the world, bring into creation that which is most valuable to you. You have the ability to create things that are worthwhile. So maybe pay attention to things that you're breathing life into, whether through your actual physical breath or by paying too much attention to it. Because those are the things that will grow. Those are the things that you will bring into fruition. Do not, saying do not sounds like, be aware if you're spending a lot of time or a lot of energy or a lot of air on things that suck. Okay? Like, honestly, people that suck, jobs that suck, ideas that are dark, not dark, like you don't want to like spiritually bypass the shadows or your fears. You want to acknowledge what they are and see, why am I afraid of this? Why am I afraid of this? And how does it relate to what I want for myself? What I see as being of the most value, of my most perfect vision of myself, of my life. You know what I'm saying? See how they're relative to each other. Oftentimes our fears are born from that which we hope to have and think that it's in the way of us getting it. Whether it's our own issues with our own self-value, with our doubts of our own abilities, whether it's something that someone else will perceive as being bad or good, or something that will cause envy or jealousy in others. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell people that they are free to have their own individual experience and opinions and whatever, and that it doesn't have any bearing on what you want for yourself and what you're capable for achieving for yourself. In fact, give them the permission to achieve that and breathe life into what is in the highest vibrational alignment with themselves by you doing it for yourself. Another little thing that I'm going to take directly from the book. So thank you, Linda Hill. Again, this is from her book. Let's plug it right here. It actually comes with its own set of cards, so you can actually use it as a divining tool too. It is 360 degrees of wisdom, charting your destiny with the Sabian symbols. I love it. And it also has a lot of historical background on the Sabian symbols, so do check that out. But she actually says in the book that respiration equals creation plus inspiration. And I was like, yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna repeat that again. I'm gonna hope it resonates with you as much as it did me, but I cannot be held accountable for whatever it is that you feel or don't feel from it. All I can do is repeat it. Respiration equals creation plus inspiration. And what does inspiration mean? It means to imbue with spirit, or to be a vessel of spirit, okay? So yes, please take the time to make sure that you are building things, whether they are actual or they are thoughts or they are environments that are worthwhile, that are deserving of your time and your energy and your spirit, because whatever you pay attention to is what you are ultimately breathing your life force into. As that guy who I cannot remember what his name is right now, but I will put it in the comments somewhere when I remember his name. And also, disclosure, they sampled his vocals on it, and it's in a song called Energy. So the quote is, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And that is the truth. So make sure that you understand that breath is the connection between the spirit and the physical, and you are the medium in between the spiritual and like the divine and the physical world. And so it is up to you to make sure that you are breathing divinity and creating more divine things in the physical world, and that you're not letting doom and gloom, or what you think everyone else thinks that you're capable of, or what everyone else thinks is worthwhile, to dictate what it is that you actually create with yourself, with your breath, with your body, with your mind, with your spirit. So that is the pre-beat, the thing that brings us into the actual focus of this full moon, the thing that we're actually seeing and breathing, or, that is the actual moment of the lesson that is like the whole collective is learning through this full moon in Leo. And that is, early morning dew salutes the sunlight. Early morning dew salutes the sunlight. This is a symbol of awakening. This is a symbol of new dawn and all of the elements, these of fertility, of new awakening, of a new day after what has been a dark night, okay? And this is a moment of pause and also a moment of appreciation of light coming back in from the darkness. And man, are we coming back out the other side from some serious darkness. Now, the danger of this symbol, okay, is the tendency to want to stay in the darkness. People get addicted to gloom. People get addicted to fear. Fear is exhilarating, okay? It makes us, it makes us freeze, but it makes our heart race. It makes our mind go whatever. And, fear's like meth, okay? But possibly more debilitating. I don't know. But it's certainly as addictive as meth. So are you addicted to fear, or are you comfortable recognizing that fear state is yesterday and you are taking a moment of pause to allow the light of the new day to come in and welcome you, and to make new stuff with it. I know it kind of seems like a weird symbol to have during a full moon, for a full moon, but that's actually telling you that we have brought a new day. Like, a new day is dawning, and whether or not you're willing to respect that or go with it is completely up to you, okay? We are all individuals having our own individual experience in the presence of each other, okay? And we're all interconnected. Whether or not you want to, whether or not you agree with that or want to accept that, it's true, okay? So, yeah, so again, this full moon is like that moment of inspiration and possibility and of optimism, of seeing the darkness broken by the dawning of a new day. And the condition that brought us to this moment of relief, of seeing the sun, of seeing the dew, of being out there and seeing that nature, nature gives us all the fucking answers, okay? It tells us that life is cyclic. It tells us that things are born and that they live and that they have inherent value and purpose, and then they have an expiration point where they go back into the ground and they seed the new cycle by letting go of, that which is no longer self-sustaining, it can't sustain itself anymore. And to allow that to happen, instead of trying to keep things that are completely without life, alive, let it go back into the ground so something else can be born. Don't hold on to gloom, fear, depression, just debilitating, I don't know, just don't be debilitated by the darkness. Just be the light in the darkness, just light a candle, live your fucking life. That's the main thing. The symbol also does have changing of the guard connotation. It also has exalted feeling of release, as Linda Hill put it. And gosh, you feel so much freer. You feel, when you actually let go of the darkness, you are more capable. You have a larger capacity to feel the light, to be the light, to see the light, and to generate more light. So that is what is happening. And I hope that you are paying attention to that which you are breathing your life force into during this new day dawning, because we are inventing ourselves. I would say reinventing but we are really inventing and creating ourselves and our reality and our concept of ourselves and our concept of reality and how we relate to reality, how we relate to other people, how we relate to other people's reality. We're like, it's like brand fucking new. This is a brand new day. It's not even just like almost a brand new lunar year. It is like a brand new day. We have not been here before. Like we've been to Earth before, like multiple times, most of us, okay? But this is something new. We're really at a new place where we have so much more ability to create that which needs to be created and to let go of that which we have adhered to in the past, so that we can bring in and breathe this new life into this new reality and this new level of consciousness on the actual, not like pretend, not like giving it like a little half breath, you know, not like a little like sneeze or something like that. We're actually bringing in and breathing in new life. So make sure that you are breathing it in fully, meditate on it, do some breath work, you know, really envision the reality that you know is possible. Not the one that you think or you hope or that you doubt is possible, but like maybe whatever. No. Know what it is that your heart is telling you. The only way that you can do that is by checking in, breathing through it, and meditating. Marinating in that, okay? Marinate in the divinity meets physical thing, whatever that is. I don't have a better word than thing, but that you're that thing. So congratulations. And yeah, sit with yourself and know that all of this like outside movement, action, stuff that is like vying for your attention, that's all going to be there. It's going to keep doing that, okay? Because that's what it thinks it's here to do, which I guess it is. It doesn't have any bearing on what you want and see for yourself. So allow this new day to come in, and don't let anything that is just doom and gloom rain on your parade. We're done with that. Let go. If it's a bad situation, let it go. If it's a bad, relationship, let it go. If it's a bad thought, if it's a bad personal feeling, let it go. Let the light in, okay? Thank you so much. I am Elise Anmchara for Anmchara Astrology, and I will see you next time.